They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Yes, and it is. Yes, I'm back. And it looks like even Moist Critical is calling out more bullshit with the internet. One thing I like with this video, he calls out the YouTube gurus. Moist Critical calls out the fucking scammers that are plaguing this website, trying to say there's a course you can do to get views, to cheat the system, knowing that there is no fucking way you can cheat the system unless you view bot, of course.
But I disagree. I think the greatest form of flattery is this.
But he does that to his... Does he even have a girlfriend? Yeah, he does have a girlfriend. So, yeah, he does that to his girlfriend.
That's that Donnie from Wild Thornberrys type riz. But when does imitation go too far? When is it no longer an homage, but instead tiptoes over the line into plagiarism?
See, the problem about plagiarism on YouTube is that technically that's how YouTube runs. You kind of have to do plagiarism just to compete on YouTube. And he's going to point out these people who are basically trying to scam people out of money. And the original person got plagiarized by another person. Now, what do I think about plagiarism with this kind of situation? Why should it matter? You're clearly a scumbag.
That's what we'll be analyzing today, and by that I mean I learned about two channels that have blatantly plagiarized another YouTuber. I saw this right before going to bed tonight. I'm kidding, because I didn't fall asleep. As you can clearly tell, it's 6 a.m. I've been up all night again. Insomnia is here again, doing that to my damn little butt cheeks over here.
Nah, you're not doing that.
I'm tired of it, but as I was trying to fall asleep and then ended up giving up looking at my phone, I saw that there's a bit of a hoopla about this plagiarism thing going on right now. And you're never going...
See, notice how he doesn't have to worry about editing or trying to do any fancy shit. He just gets views. This is one thing I hate the most with YouTube. It's knowing that this guy can basically get away with anything he wants. And there's no way he can be, shadow banned or prevented from getting more views because, let's face it, he's on the whitelist. Even though I think he's more entertaining than Miyamoto Ohara, the professional Jeet, I still think he's more relatable. Now, one thing I hate is knowing that he could do whatever the fuck he wants. Then when I make videos, I can't even get even like a single view. Well, it's because your content sucks. Look at this guy. This guy is just staring in the camera. That's how he's doing most of the time. It's not about skill. And the gaslighting needs to stop.
Going to be able to get rid of all the plagiarism on YouTube because it is a rampant issue. But I always think it's nice when people do find bad actors like this just blatantly stealing their work. But as I was looking into this big developing story here, I learned a lot of twists, not only about the original video creator, but also the ones that allegedly plagiarized. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one before diving into a bit more about the original video as well.
So if your views are low, you're scared of demonetization.
I mean, why should you even worry about this shit at this point? Like, these people scam people. These people should be... If I was the YouTube CEO, I would outright ban these people. That's a fact. These people should be banned. These people should not even have a YouTube audience because they're clearly just scamming people.
Listen up, because I'm going to tell you the 8 biggest changes of the YouTube algorithm, starting with change number 1, Gemini. So it's fully official. Okay, the YouTube algorithm is now powered by Gemini AI.
Well, why does it matter? They're all scamming people. Like, in my opinion, you calling out just makes yourself look like a fool. Oh, I'm such a victim. I'm trying to scam innocent small YouTubers to getting views by giving them YouTube courses.
This one is egregious. They didn't even bother doing the bare minimum of changing a single word from the original script. So this comes from a YouTuber named Rume, and the YouTuber that's copying his video is someone named Belmont. Now this is a guru who is also selling a course. Now I use the word guru real loosey-goosey because that's how these fucking dweebs refer to themselves as. They're
just scammers. And I think he says it.
They're scammers, basically. Case in point, if you're going to be purchasing a course from someone on YouTube trying to give you the secrets, bestow upon you the ancient wisdom of success online, just know you're most likely not going to be finding the fountain of youth there. You're probably getting a big load of fucking barnacles. I've never even heard of a course that one of these dorks was selling that was...
Yeah, it's all a scam and it should be banned. Like this shit been going on for a fucking long time. I remember seeing like a decade ago them trying to do that shit. In my opinion, they should just fucking say, look, you can sell courses, but you can't do this course because it's blatant lying and it's scamming. Like, these people should be in jail. Like, I do believe it's a form of fraud. But because YouTube doesn't do anything, and for some reason people think there is a trick to YouTube, even though if YouTube was more transparent, these people wouldn't exist. I don't hear TikTok gurus. There are YouTube gurus, but not TikTok gurus. Because TikTok is very transparent compared to YouTube. So you get these scammers trying to take advantage of people.
Was ever even remotely helpful in any way, shape, or form. When it comes to this subject matter, I know in like the fitness space, there's a lot of YouTubers that have courses that are very popular, very successful. I'm talking specifically about this garbage where they have these videos, usually just like a bunch of regurgitated information. In this case, they are literally copying someone else's information in order to try and hawk a course. But like usually it's just some dog shit where they're like, "Yar, matey, so you want to get YouTube views? Well, you're going to have to fork over the funky digits on the back of that credit card for this fucking PowerPoint I threw together."
Yeah, or they use AI to make it. That's another thing they do. They sometimes just use AI to make their courses. These people wouldn't exist if YouTube was just more transparent. Like, if they were just more transparent, this shit wouldn't be a thing. Like, I know a lot of people hate these people. I hate them. But they refuse to get rid of them.
Haphazardly. It's all trash. Now, an interesting little fun fact, a little tidbit of lore. In the only Belmont video I've watched, he has a gold YouTube play button behind him for a channel called Serum. So I looked it up, and that's this channel right here. And that's definitely him. Basically, this channel is Sniper Wolf. If Sniper Wolf was a guy who's a huge dweeb. And he hasn't posted in over a year, but he had 4.5 million subscribers. I don't know why he stopped posting. I looked into it, and there's a lot of theories. Apparently, a lot of people seem to believe that he was demonetized at some point, so he abandoned the channel. It's certainly possible, but it's just a theory, a little game theory there. But what's not a theory is that this guy just blatantly plagiarized that video. I guess he's made his triumphant return. No longer is he Serum. Now he's Belmont. And he just takes other YouTubers' videos word for word as his own.
I mean, he's basically stealing from a scammer. In my opinion, who the fuck cares? I have to kind of would praise him for doing that, kind of. Now, I know that he's a scumbag at the end of the day, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's that kind of thing where, oh, he's killing the killer. Who the fuck cares?
Yippee, welcome home.
Now, for those of you that don't know what Gemini is, it's pretty much Google's ChatGPT. And the job that YouTube gave Gemini is to analyze videos. So technically, it's no longer about tags, titles, or anything that's mattered.
Yeah, tags, titles. They're actually telling the truth. They're actually telling the truth. This is a real fact. It's funny because none of it matters now. People like say it's about skill. It's like, no, it's that the AI will pick you up. If the AI doesn't pick you up, you can't get views. It's disgusting. Like, your titles used to matter. Your SEO, well, back in the old days, back in the good old days, it didn't much matter. What mattered back in the good old days of YouTube was your title and your tags. Tags have been useless for fucking half a decade now. Your title kind of mattered, but not really anymore. Old meta, I think it's just mean by the old way you do it. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's awful.
Before, because of Gemini, now it's what you say, how you say it, and what you show. Like the actual.
So basically, if you say something in the video, it will show up. So it reads your description, what you say. It's kind of discriminatory when you think about it. When you think about it, is it actually hearing what I'm saying? Because my accent, oh, it won't be able to hear me, so I won't get views. Maybe that's why I called out one YouTuber before this video. Not that I hate him, it's just I think it's funny how, I mean, what my problem was with him was that he bootlicked big YouTubers, and he said that it was his fault, knowing that it's always YouTube's fault. It's never your fault, the reason why you fall off. There's no such thing as falling off. You better do something egregious to fall off. And I mean by egregious. Not, oh, poor quality. I mean by you have to be a bad person.
Visuals of the video and your tone. If your video is supposed to be sad, it understands it. If being sarcastic, it also understands. Gemini also analyzes behavior on the platform. Which takes me to number 2, trust score.
It's actually...
What gets to me is that the reason why these YouTube gurus also exist, it's because there's no transparency, as I said before, but we don't know if what they're saying is 100% true. This is what we have to connect the dots with YouTube, because we don't know if YouTube tells the fucking truth or they lie. That's the biggest issue with YouTube. You don't know what they're saying, because I need to find that video, because I wanted to Google Translate it into like dub English and just post it on my channel. And essentially saying, basically they had to admit that they do have a system where it's basically shadow banning. They would never admit it openly. It was like a French Congress or something like that. I forgot what we call it. It's like a meeting because of what's going on with YouTube. It happened in July, so it was some months ago. So basically they had to admit, yes, we have to suppress political speak. And because people think, oh, it's just a French, it's just a French. If you go in like the subreddit, they fucking gaslight you so hard.
Fascinating how not only did he copy the script 1-to-1, but he even copied the timing. It syncs up perfectly. He did exact intonation, exact timing of everything here for his blatant plagiarism.
Fucking who the fuck cares? That's how I see it. Like, who cares? Let him do it. What's he gonna do? Sue him? I'm gonna sue you because you was trying to steal my scam course. Who the fuck cares? You're both scammers. You should be fucking locked up, in my opinion.
I've never seen that before. This is like the equivalent of taking someone else's homework, copying it, and not even changing the name on it when you submit it. It's fucking baffling. Typically, we're about to look at another case of plagiarism from the same YouTuber, actually. Not Belmont, but the same YouTuber had his work stolen by another channel as well, this time a much more popular channel. I'm actually kind of blown away by how brazen Belmont's plagiarism is. He's got a lot of other videos on his channel, and I imagine all of those are also plagiarized from other YouTubers as well. It seems like that's probably his shtick. I imagine the only reason the visuals aren't exactly the same is because he didn't want to take the extra 2 minutes it would take to crop out the YouTuber from those visuals, because he wanted to just shit and ship this as quickly as possible, a matter of minutes. So instead he just filled it with a bunch of like probably stock videos for his points here. Now the next accused plagiarism patriot is...
You know, I actually seen a lot of these people before. Because sometimes when I look up YouTube shadow ban or anything like that, you will see these people. And these people was considered respected. Maybe if they ban these people, this wouldn't be a problem. This only happens on fucking the YouTube gurus. The scammers. Yes, they all say the same shit. Yes, that's been known for years, actually. I don't know why Moist Critical is talking about this. It's probably because he doesn't pay attention, because it's like those rich people who are so rich, they never see anybody who's like middle class or poor. It's like that. He's like, oh, look at these peasants. They're having to deal with people stealing their content or being scammed by these people who should be banned.
Is Danny Y. Interestingly enough, it's the same topic that Belmont copied, that now Danny Y. has a video on that's eerily similar to Rumero's.
Yeah? So? What are you gonna do about it, what these people gonna do about it? Oh, don't steal my scam course? It's talking points. That's all it is. It's talking points. Why the fuck should he care?
An interesting coinky dink. If I had to spitball a guess at how that's possible, I would wager that douchebags like this probably consult ChatGPT for what videos they should steal, and right now ChatGPT is recommending that one from Rumero. That would be my guess.
No, not really. If you did, that's being too creative. Because at least you can change certain words with ChatGPT and say, change it up a little bit. That's how most AI content creators do. They just pretty much take the script and just read off of it. That's different.
Now, Danny Y's video is a little less obvious than Belmont's. He does change some words around, and he does change the order in which the information is presented. Instead of following the exact...
I'm wondering if Moist Critical will say, maybe we should tell YouTube to ban these people for taking advantage of smaller YouTubers by selling them courses. Because it's funny, because I remember back in the day when if you said sub for sub on like YouTube comments, you immediately get shadow banned or you get your comments blocked. You can't do that anymore, which I think it's, my opinion, stupid. I think you should be able to do sub for sub. Oh, well, it's cheating the system. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Like, I'm being serious. Why would he care about the sub for sub fucking nonsense? Oh, well, it cheats the algorithm. These people are selling scam courses to people who are desperate to trying to get their channels up because YouTube deems them as bad, even though I have seen fucking very good quality videos and they can only get like maybe at best 50 views. I have seen very relatable people who can't get views at all, but I see people who make absolute slop, who get millions of views, who gets tens of thousands of views. Maybe fits the algorithm, people wouldn't be selling scams.
Exact blueprint 1-to-1 of Rumero's original video, he changes where it goes, but watching them both back to back, it is still fundamentally the exact same piece of content. Now, another explanation here, like I said, I don't know Rumero's content. Maybe it's possible he generated a script for this topic through ChatGPT, and Danny Y doing the same thing.
No. They all kind of know that they steal. I'm not sure if like the original content creator who made that video called it out. I should pay attention more over that, but I think they all know that they steal from each other and they just play along because they know that they're just trying to sell their courses. That's the point and reason why they make this. Not because they want to help YouTubers. No, they want to scam people. They want to steal people's money. You know, some of these courses are like $1,000 a month. These people should be arrested. Like, it's legitimate white-collar criminal activity. It's fraud.
Thus, they came with very similar scripts. I think that is also equally possible.
Now, for those of you that don't know what Gemini is, it's pretty much Google's ChatGPT.
And if you don't know what it is, think of it as Google's version of ChatGPT.
And it even understands the tone. Like,
it even picks up on your tone.
Like if your video's supposed to be sad, it understands.
I know they keep bringing up the video to make examples, but knowing that Gemini runs YouTube, it's infuriating. It's infuriating because this kind of makes it where it's harder for faceless YouTubers to grow. And it also makes it where you don't know if you can make your channel better. Because if they were more transparent, as someone like me, I can find out what makes me grow. Like a few videos ago, I grew by posting, well, not grew, but I posted a video talking about Stick Texan Hammer. I got views on that. I got a decent amount of views. That was like the first few videos in a while that I got like over 100 views. I was shocked when I got that. And you say, that's not much. That's nothing. It's like, to me it is. Having 100 views, I think it's actually 140 right now, which is shocking to me. See, if they did that more often with me, see, I don't have to worry about that on TikTok. TikTok, I can talk about a subject and I get views.
If your video is meant to be funny, it knows.
If you're being sarcastic, it also understands it.
If you're being sarcastic in your video, it also knows that too.
So that's pretty scary shit within itself.
And honestly, this one scared me when I first learned about it.
Now, when YouTube reviews your channel, which they will.
When YouTube reviews your channel, and they will.
The first thing that Gemini will check is your channel trailer.
And
I don't know if Voice Critical will call it this bullshit. Because, oh, well, I don't know. It's okay with the way YouTube runs. No, it's awful. It's awful. This is not how a YouTube channel at YouTube should run. God, I miss the old dates. Oh my God. To these kids, to a fellow unk like myself, I'm not unk yet. I'm almost there. But you can just talk about anything you want. You just have to make the title and tags right, and boom, you just get views out the ass. You didn't always get a bunch of views, but they gave you a minimum amount of views. You know, they'll give you like 300 views at the start, and then they'll get like several hundred, and so you get 1,000. I remember my old channel, I got like one video over 40,000 views. That felt great. And I'm not talking about short form content, I'm talking about long form content.
the first thing that plays is going to be your channel trailer.
The age of the email and the age of the YouTube channel.
Use an email that has been around for a while.
Now, this is stupid. Well, it's to stop bots. There's bots everywhere on YouTube. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, it's disgusting.
The older the YouTube channel is, the better. Just use your personal email.
Maybe your personal Gmail that you've been using for years.
If you have any Google subscriptions like Google One, Google Workspace, YouTube Premium, any of those subscriptions, the better it is.
Even better, if you have Google subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Google One, or Workspace, that's extra proof.
Right, you want to show Gemini and YouTube that you're a human, and a human doesn't start YouTube by uploading every single day.
That's fucking stupid. That's beyond stupid. Like, to me, it's infuriating. And it's just to prove that you're a human so you won't be shadow banned.
You're basically showing the algorithm that you're a real human.
This one's a bit trickier because he does change the words around and he does change the order around, but all of the information from Roommate Rose is still present here, including his advice that he gives in the original, so it does still seem a bit stinky here that maybe he had grabbed his script and had AI rewrite it a bit for his video. And, there's only so many ways of conveying information if the information is accurate, but this goes a little bit beyond that, where it's not just conveying similar information, he's doing it basically very, very, very similarly to how Rumero's video covered it. Now, I had that theory that maybe Rumero generated an AI script and Danny Y did the same on the same topic, which is why they'd be similar.
See, I fucking hate scripts. I could do a script, but I hate it. Because when I read scripts, I'm kind of robotic towards it because I'm trying to focus on the script. I like to talk with my own head, you could say. I don't like to do that fucking fake shit. People can play it along with the script, of course. People could do that. But to me, it feels fake. I don't like that. Like, when I was on my older YouTube channel, I didn't have to worry about doing all this fucking shit because everyone did it. The sector was fucking crazy back then.
And I think there's even more meat to that theory because I did some digging on Rumero's channel.
If we go ahead and just search up the title of one of these articles and we throw it onto YouTube, we will be able to find YouTube channels like this one, Hip Hop Daily. So if we click on it and we click on their videos, we can see that their views are not bad at all. Now moving on to step number 2, which is scripting your entire video. Now there's a few rules for this, right? I have a lot of beginners come to me and they show me their videos and they're only like a minute or 2 minutes long. And to be honest, I tell them every single time, might as well not post the videos because with AI, there is no excuse for you not to make a video over 10 minutes. YouTube clearly favors, and this is my opinion, YouTube clearly favors YouTube channels and YouTube videos that are over 10 minutes.
It shouldn't matter. Like, all this fucking shit shouldn't matter. You should be able to make a video. And people, I have niches within my group. That's the point of it. You make niches. But now you can't do that. No, that's a bad thing. No.
So here's an example of how easy it is to script write.
Oh my goodness, he's giving the keys to the kingdom, the Krabby Patty secret formula to the ultimate slop. Step 1, look at other YouTubers' content. Step 2, basically steal it.
Yep, steal. Oh, that's a fucking face right there. That's a face. Oh, look at that shit. He looks like a fucking chimp. I'm gonna pet the monkey.
So he's like, look at these channels. You can see their views are doing well, so this is a successful niche. So you want to aim for basically copying the same topics because you can see that it has a track record of doing well here. So
I mean, that's kind of what everyone does on YouTube. That's a fact. I know some people don't want to admit that, but YouTube is a plagiarism website. You could change the words up and up to where it's not considered plagiarism, but you talk about the same subject. Like, I'm not the only one talking about this fucking, the fucking YouTube guru shit. You talking about it too. And I'm commentating over your shit.
Step 2, use AI to make your script for you. So he then shows you like to grab an article, copy and paste it into AI to have it write a script for you. So that way it can cook that shit up for you pretty much instantaneously, and bingo, bango, bongo, you've got a soulless AI regurgitated video that can now just passively generate income on YouTube for you for doing fucking nothing at all. So, not a huge fan of this guy, to be honest with you. Yes, I do think he was plagiarized in the first instance, and honestly, I am leaning more towards Danny Y also taking his video as opposed to just getting a similar AI drivel script. And that's due to a couple of reasons I'll share with you. But as far as creators getting plagiarized goes, this one doesn't move my heart all that much. This is a world's smallest violin moment for sure.
Yep. Please, I haven't watched all the way, so I don't know the other bit of the video. But please say these people are scammers. They should be banned and they should be out of YouTube. People, as I said, people before, bitch about sub for sub in the comment section. I don't have a problem with sub for sub. This is far worse. People wouldn't be asking for sub or this shit if YouTube was just more transparent. But they never want to be. They never want to be a transparent website, ever. Even though TikTok has done it, and they're getting more people watching them to where there's more people on TikTok than there are on YouTube at this point.
because he himself also kind of preaches the same thing to his students about, like, look at all these other channels and basically do what they do using AI to do it for you. So it's a little odd that he would cry foul that other vultures in the same space are doing the same to his content, when he has these AI faceless slop channels that he literally kind of does very similar things with. Granted, it's not one-to-one or as brazen as the examples here, but still, it's fundamentally the same DNA. He is also just regurgitating the same information using AI to do it for him. Now, maybe he doesn't do it on his penguinz0 channel, that I don't know for sure, but in the videos on this channel, he does talk about and literally try and instruct people on how to take other people's topics and like ideas and plug AI into it so it will make the scripts for you so you can
I mean, that's what AI is. AI is not something that generates on its own. It don't generate its own content. It's plagiarism. That's all that's all AI is. It's stealing, it's content theft. And the only reason why it's being tolerated, it's because it's like it's a gold rush. Eventually, people are going to get tired of AI, even the companies, because they're not making any money on it. People are buying less shit, especially now with the GPUs and RAM sticks are going off the charts. Thank goodness I bought a PC before this happened, because I would have had to spend thousands just to get a mid-tier PC.
stretch these videos to 10
You know, it's one good thing with the way I sound. There's no way an AI can fucking copy me.
minutes and make money off it passively for doing basically fucking nothing. So, not exactly like the best creator to be talking about being plagiarized, if I'm being honest. But I do still find it to be an interesting topic nonetheless. And like I said, I do think it's obvious in Belmont's case that he just one-to-one stole the video. I do also think Danny Y most likely had AI spit out a script from penguinz0's video as opposed to just covering a similar topic.
And that leads us to the next change, one that got thousands of channels deleted just last month. YouTube now probably gives every channel a hidden score. They don't show it to you, but it probably exists. And it controls everything. I call it your trust score.
I find it funny because your trust score. This shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't be a trust score. That's not a thing on TikTok. You're either not trusted or you're trusted. And they'll be open about it. Even on fucking Twitter. Like, I had one account that was basically said, well, you are quote-unquote spamming and being a nosy little shit or whatever, you know. Elon doesn't like it that you make fun of him, so we limit your account. That's, on there, that's basically shadow banned. And so my account got shadow banned. So it can never have viral tweets. Other websites do that too, but they just tell you. YouTube doesn't. And they should tell you. Because it's fucking gay not to tell you.
Think of it like a credit score, but for
Your trust score? Where have I heard that nomenclature before?
I think it's funny. They're not wrong, though. They're not wrong. Why they're saying it? Because they know there's a trust score on YouTube.
Do that, but it's almost guaranteed that the amount of people that have done that, and this change was done about 2 weeks ago, which is why you've heard so much news of people getting their channels taken away. But I think I found a solution.
Still not at the right timestamp, but basically in Danny Y's video, it's the exact same information. He changed some of the words and changed the order in which he presented it, but he's still basically just saying everything penguinz0 said, but in different order.
But the most important...
That technically doesn't count as plagiarism also. But, you know, I think Moist Critical doesn't understand that, because if that was the case, you'd be plagiarizing penguinz0. penguinz0's plagiarizing you. The thing is, you can say plagiarism can just be a same subject you talk about. I listen to videos that they talk about the same subject, but they change it up just a little bit. Do you have a problem with it? Not as much, but the problem I have, see, it's funny because he has a problem with the plagiarism, not the people trying to scam small people out of money. Notice how he doesn't care anything about, now he kind of does, he kind of calls it out, but you know, he mostly worries about the plagiarism. He doesn't worry about the people being scammed.
Important part is that Gemini also analyzes your behavior on the platform, which takes me to number 2, trust score. This has got to be one of the biggest changes that I've ever seen on YouTube.
The trust score has been around for years. Now, not as long as like my older account. Like when I first made this account, yes, this is when the trust score really happened. I think in between my old account and my account I have today, I was not on YouTube for about a year. I used like a burner account that's still on my TV actually. It's one of my accounts. It's like an older account that I use just to watch for videos.
So this is the easiest way to explain trust score.
So, from what I can tell, Danny Y wasn't the one that came up with the trust score. Watching both videos back to back, it's basically the same fucking thing. Like I said, Danny Y just changed the order in which he presented shit, but it's still fundamentally exactly the same. And at points, like in the minute and a half clip there, it is almost identical. I find it unlikely that this is some big misunderstanding and it's just a coincidence. I understand that when it comes to information, there is only so many different ways you can convey the information, but it just feels very fishy that not only is it conveyed very similarly, almost identical at points, but also saying weird things like, I call it your trust score.
I think it's funny how he's criticizing he's criticizing the plagiarism, and he's not liking it, knowing that they're trying to call it trust score. Now, the reason why people make up these words, because we don't know anything about YouTube. These people are fundamentally trying to take advantage of YouTube's opaque nature. That's the biggest problem I see with these people. I personally don't give a shit they're plagiarizing each other. At the end of the day, the scammers, and they should be banned from the platform. They're far worse than sub for sub. Far worse. They're far worse than people viewbotting. Viewbots, I kind of have respect if they're just honest. You know, if Fart Sniffer was more honest about it, I wouldn't give a shit that he viewbotted. I think it'd be funny. One famous YouTuber, if you didn't know, who viewbotted, even though he got a shit ton of views also, was Leafy. He openly admitted that, yeah, I use viewbots to see how far it gets. And that's the reason why he was like the most popular YouTuber. Even today, YouTubers viewbot. You know, Asmon Gold? He viewbots. A lot of people viewbot. That's normal these days. It's more common on Twitch, though.
I came up with that when he clearly didn't come up with that. Also, couple that with the fact that the advice he gives in his video is the same advice Rumero gave in his video. It just feels like he did take the script from that video and just change it around a little bit so it wasn't just so blatantly obvious. Not as lazy as Belmont was with it. Anyway though, plagiarism isn't unusual on YouTube. This shit turbo sucks and it's only being more common now thanks to AI, and people like Rumero himself also preaching very similar tactics of just taking other people's topics, ideas, niches, and just having AI be fed this information in order to spit garbage out for you to post and make money on.
Why should that matter at this point? You won't you criticize the AI shit, but you won't criticize why they're doing this. You know, as I said, if they were just more transparent, change the algorithm back to 2015 days, and I don't mean get rid of the algorithm. I'm not this kind of person to say the algorithm's always bad. The algorithm was much more lax on the older YouTube days. The algorithm actually is a good thing. It's way too much on here. Way too much. You know, it's even worse than TikTok's. TikTok actually gives you shit when you search for shit. Where on YouTube, the search function of YouTube, useless. I literally have to use either Google or Firefox, on the web browsers just to find a video. I can't use YouTube search. I can't.
I think that shit also sucks, and it's not all that dissimilar from what he's complaining about here with these channels ripping off his video. His AI faceless slop channels are fundamentally doing something very, very, very similar. And it's all trash. It's all garbage. And I'm sure he knows that, but it doesn't matter because he makes a ton of money doing it.
Yeah, it's all about money with YouTubers. You get rid of that incentive, all these YouTubers will not be on YouTube no more. That's the biggest reason why people won't switch to other platforms. It's the biggest reason why, even though Deep Humor shills for fucking Odyssey, he knows it will never be the fucking same. Because Odyssey doesn't pay well. It pays you in pedophile coins. Literal pedophile coins. They would try and sell you crypto scam shit. Where with YouTube, they give you money. Actual money, not fake money. Not pedophile coins.
If you look at his channel, a lot of his videos are just kind of bragging about how much money he makes from doing these AI faceless slop channels. It sucks. It's sad. And that's the exact kind of shit that's ruining the entire platform. Anyway, just wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, so, what do you expect? Let's see here. I'm going to comments. I think I said it. YouTube gurus should be banned from the scamming. Yeah. Someone uses AI to make slop. Someone uses AI to copy the slop. Charlie's mating call was okay. It's all slop. All these people are fucking sloppy. Yeah, that's all I have with this video. I'll make another video soon. See ya.